Hi, in this video, I would like to show how Chakra UI is so popular and how it's different from other design systems. I also wrote a small summary article on Dev2, like what it makes so different, and I thought it's better to explain it in action and show the design system documentation side and how it's done differently. Let's take a look. The first thing is time for value. If you are a developer who has used some other design system and want to check it out, the Chakra UI, you're gonna get into this code sandbox example, and you could see the design, the screen, which is the component is designed here, and what components are used. For example, I can literally test this component. I could see here, I can see some values. I can increase the value, or I can make this 4. I can make this. I can pass some of the arguments. I can really see the font size. This looks like a font size. It's like a small. Let me try to make this large, for example. See, you can make it a large. I see that in action. That's one thing. And you don't have to invest. You don't have to install these components or import it. You see how it's working and how powerful it is. And the next topic I want to talk about is onboarding. Let's take a look into the Getting Started guide. You see here many design systems talks about what components you have to install, what packages you have to install. So you could clearly see that to getting started, you have to install and the Chakra provider. And why do you need a Chakra provider? And the other biggest advantage is they're not talking about the code components about Chakra, but instead they're talking about in terms of Next.js, in terms of Gatsby, in terms of Create React App. This is the mostly used bootstrapping application for React.js application. So that fits your need in a right way. And you could see that you have different options to change it. So at the end, it's a great developer onboarding. And also what I really like about it has an example with the video tutorial. And someone like me, I don't want to read into docs and details. I would just like to follow through the instructions. So this is a great way. I could use the video and follow the instruction and get my job done installing the component and see how it works. Let's move to the next topic, which I'm really talking about, is in terms of developer experience. If you take a look into one of the developer experience things, which are, let me pick one example. I'm just searching for one example. Let's take a box component. Let's say we have a box component, and it clearly says that you have to import this component. And again, this is something which is really great. So let me see, this is a box component. I could edit this code. There are many design systems which are referencing the code sandbox. You have to open a code sandbox and you have to start playing around with it. But here you can see that in action. So let's make this, let's try to change the properties by 50%. You see here, and paddings, maybe make it 8. Color, maybe a red. Maybe blue, and you could see that, like maybe white. Yes, you could really see the value of the component, how the props APIs are used, and you could see that in action. This is a great developer experience, and so that you know that which component, how you to copy the component, and you can just consume the component how you have. And the other part which I really like about is set of hooks, which provides you the most commonly used hooks. Let's say I want to use a media query, and I could just use the media query hook. Suppose I'm designing for mobile devices and tablet devices specific implementation. You could see that I could use the power of media queries and also the hooks functionality. So these are, I could build my logic, but this is thinking beyond design system as a UI components, but these kind of utility hooks which can speed up the developer workflow. And in terms of community, like the last thing which I really want to talk about is the community. You could see that the Chakra team is quite, it has a huge sponsors and it has so many contributors. And other thing which struck me in terms of Chakra UI is about number of downloads per month and also number of stars on GitHub. So that clearly indicates that there are a lot of developers who are consuming this, and there's a lot more people are watching this, a star, and there's a huge community around this. So you're not kind of left behind, and you're gonna have, if you get stuck something, so definitely the chances are high that you're gonna get some answers and collaborations with the community. So that's all I have. Let me know what other design system you really like and why do you like that. Looking forward to know about it. Thank you.